Good morning, good afternoon, good day, Galaxy Heroes players. Whenever and wherever you are watching this, this is my state of my account video. What am I farming right now? What am I working on? What's the game going on? Guild stuff, yada yada yada. Oh, let's clear this chat. Okay. So, first of all, still in Pi Reloaded Gold. I do believe we are ranked 15th or 16th last I looked of highest GP in the game. We just got done light side Geonosis territory battles, and I actually did not too bad on that. I got 36 combat waves total. Did pretty good through P1, 2, and 3. P4, I got my ass handed to me. If you watched my video, I posted up on my P4 run through. I did pass the Reek battle, and we got 11 shards of cam. Now, we split it up. Some people did it on P3, and we got 7 that day. And then 4 people got it on P4, but we got the bug, and that got doubled. So, in total, we got 15 shards, but we only actually had 11 victories. But whatever, I'll take it. I do believe I'm up to, 27 cam shards. So, a ways to go. But as you can see right here, these are the teams I'm still running in my arenas. General Skywalker, very easy to climb, very easy mirror matches. Now on my fleet shard, well, let's just go straight into the shards then. So my arena shard is pretty much the top 30 is all General Skywalker. Dace and Darth Milda still climb with their Darth Revans. Good on them. But then it's all GS or gas. Some more Darth Revans. Itachi, his payout's coming up. And then it's somebody, bless them, is still doing CLS. But there's a whole lot of gas, and I feel for those guys that have to climb around us. Otherwise, you get down past the top 20, and look at it's all Darth Revan still. So maybe 20? I guess let's just say 15, 20 gases on my shard. And I usually fall to around anywhere between 10 and 20 per day on that. So I still get a first every day in that arena. If we look at my fleet, everyone's running GK. Fleet is a little bit of a slog. There are some guys that are a little harder to beat. Let's go here, Lord Wolf. He runs 2 tanks up front. And the reason he's hard to beat is because he is rocking a wicked maxed out boss. So his Houndstooth is a chore to get through. I can beat him, but it's only I'd say about a 65% win chance. So I tend to try to go around him if I can. Otherwise, we got a couple guys rocking the Malevolence. That's where they chose to focus on. Bless them. I'm sure they climb no problem. Otherwise, we got a couple Malevolence. Otherwise, it's all GKs. And yeah, I'm running the ETAs with Houndstooth up front. But still getting first in arena every day on that one. Current GP. Current GP is just tickling 6 million. And I actually like my roster the way it is right now. We'll go right into my roster. So, if we look at, let's just get in. So, I moved this morning, all of the Gear 13 characters you see at the top, because I'm at the point now where I'm taking them to 5 and then they're done. Obviously, Kylo Ren Unmasked is going to have to go to 7 eventually. But if we just look at my Gear 11s, or Gear 13s, sorry, there's no one really that I'd want to bump up higher. So you see Finn is right there. I had Gear 13 to him. But I don't want to take him much higher than 2. Just because I don't want to bloat my GP for GACs. I'm going to work on my resistance characters up to Gear 13. But I'm not bumping them that high. I got to keep my top 80 GP pared down nice and low. My projects, since the last video, was, I think the last video I had just relicked my resistance trooper. So since then, I relicked my resistance, or my Finn, and took him up to R2. He's always had the Zeta. I popped it right back on him once they refunded it. And then my project in between then is I wanted to round out some other teams. So I took my Darth Treya and my Darth Scion both up to R5. And they are both modded to be solo bug killers. As you see, crit avoidance, defense, protection. She should be ready to go. But it's Scion who does all the taking all the hits. Health, crit avoidance. So 90k health, which he pretty much gets back every time they tap him. So I took them both to gear 13, and now I'm focusing back. We'll just run through the rest of them here. Jolie Bindo took him to 5. Daka took to 5. Those are characters you need to 5. Rey Jedi Training, I took her to 4 back when I was running her to lead in my Night Sister counter with Wampa. But really, I don't need her 4 now. It's kind of a waste, although I am going to have to take her to 7. Shock T's 5 for the recommission, just to give her more health. And Wampa was my project way back when from my Night Sister Killer team. He's sitting at 7. So there's all my Gear 13s. Now, the characters I'm working on right now is obviously I'm going for the Resistance characters, right? As you see, though, First Order, Hux, and Sith Trooper, I've been doing 1 extra refresh on them a day, and they are up to 4-star. I will continue to do 1 free refresh on them a day because I'm also farming the Hyena Bomber. And I'm trying to keep my daily crystal expenditure somewhat down. But what that does is, since they're all normal energy modes, I don't get a whole lot of normal energy to sink into gear farming. So BB-8, I'm actually taking him up to gear 13 next, just because he was the closest one. And I'm going to take him up to R1 and then leave him. He's kind of like a C-3PO character. I just want him at gear 13 for the extra speed, and maybe then he'll help out in light side territory battles. But I just need this piece. I need 1 cryotech left, or chirotech, however you pronounce that. But then this piece is going to be a little bit of slow farming, just because I have so little extra regular energy to dedicate to farming those types of pieces. So he's going to be gear 13, and then I'm moving over to Finn. I've almost got this piece done, and I've almost got this piece done. So he's going to be gear over halfway through gear 12 on the way to gear 13. I just gave this piece to BB-8, otherwise I'd be a lot closer with my Finn. And then here, we can craft one of those. I think these are the ones we got for rewards and light side territory battle. So that's halfway, and that's almost done. So actually his gear, his finisher isn't a whole long ways off. This one's not a whole long ways off. So he's actually should be fairly closer. He should be gear 13 by the time I do this video next week. So him and BB-8 will be done. And then, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that in that time that they roll out the next requirements. It seems like they're doing it once every 2 weeks. They say that they want this event for Galactic Legend Rey and Kylo to be launched in March. And if that's going to be the case, they need to release these last 2 tiers of challenges. So hopefully one of them is Holdo. I want to get my Holdo done. I've had her gear 12 with the 3 left side pieces and Zeta since shortly after Heroic Sith dropped. I actually wailed on her. She's one of the few characters I've ever wailed on to 7-star on release. Her, Mother Talzin, and the Y-Wing are the only characters. An odd group of characters, definitely, for sure. Talzin, not so odd, because when they released her initially in the game, she was supposed to be uber exclusive, very, very slow unlock. But it's funny because the community revolted, and then they put her, made her farmable, her and Wicket. If only they would do that with Cam, since Cam seems to be just as long of an unlock, although some people just unlocked him today. Oh, so yeah, BB-8 and Poe should be done next. And then obviously, I also have to do Rey Scavenger and Resistance Pilot, although I just took them to Gear 12 recently, And I don't really want just to start one from scratch seems like a lot, but we will do what we will do. I got some pieces from my TB rewards. Craft. Okay, well, you almost got that one done. Surprised I don't have this one. Oh, that one's actually quite close to being done. So maybe I'll probably do Ray next. Yeah, got all those. Yeah, we'll do that. And another thing, so to farm these guys up, what I have been doing is I'm going to probably do it right now. Oh, no, can't. I have been actually spending get one. I've heard a lot of people also come to this conclusion, especially if you're not a super whale or super kraken. We're going to take or throw caution to the wind and start spending our get one on pieces for these Galactic Legend required tunes. I'm very close to unlocking Malevolence, but maybe we'll go into ships here in a shortly. But yeah, these pieces, I'm going to start burning through this currency just to get these pieces. Probably the gold pieces, because the purple pieces show up in the shard shop. So I'll be getting strictly these gold pieces. Let's just buy that right now. Ray needs that, so we'll buy that. So I'm going to start spending get one. Yeah, but I'm not going to buy, I'm kind of tempted to buy the stun gun prototype salvage, but not going to do it. Alright, so that's my characters. I am obviously doing resistance. I'm not doing first order. It's both my resistance hero Finn and Poe are both stuck at gear 9 because of that goddamn cryotech. I could take one of them up now, but they're not even farmable yet. I'm going to work on these other characters, and they're probably going to be close to last. If we look at other resistance characters, there's going to be what? Well, first let's go into the journey guide here, guys. We'll see how many characters are probably left. So if we look at what I got now, working on it. So the prereqs, yes, got them all 12. Got the first ones all gear 13. Got these ones all gear 12. Working on Poe. Hopefully, what we see down here is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 other possible slots to fill in for resistance. So who's left that they could add? Well, they could add, obviously, Hero, Poe, and Finn are going to be ones to relic. And then who's left? On here we only have Haldo, BB-8, and Rose, right? So if I was going to guess, the next tier requirements are going to be BB-8, Haldo, and Rose. So that would be the next. That was 3, right? And then the last one had 4. So it could be Resistance Hero Poe, Resistance Hero Finn, the Radis, and then another ship is my guess. I really don't want to work on Rose. What is she stuck at a Carbonti? Ugh, Rose. Got her modded already, just in case, and I should probably just pop her in the favorites anyway, but I can't do it yet. I will not do it until she is known to be required. But I guess they could also throw R2-D2 and C-3PO in there as the last characters. There might not be any ships at all. It could be BB-8, Holdo, and Rose next, and then the 2 droids, Poe and Finn, last. So it could just be all the characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But then if you go look at First Order doesn't have 13 characters unless they add some, which they should. So that's characters. So we go over here and look at ships. So I had the requirements to get the Radis. So the event is coming back in a few days. I'm going to try to hoard up some crystals, although funny enough, I think I just bought some. Or bought a piece of gear. Yes, I did. I think I had 1,300 crystals, and yeah, I just spent some. I can't remember on what. Probably a piece of gear for one of these characters. Actually, I know exactly what it was. It was 25 of this. Yay, alright. So I'm going to be slowly farming the Radis. It took me forever. I got it at 85, got all the abilities leveled up to as high as they can go. I definitely have a lot of prestige left for when they drop, or for when I unlock the Malevolence here tomorrow, most likely. But I have no credits. I am very, very ship credit poor. Hyena Bomber, I'm doing the same as my characters that I can farm right now. I'm doing 1 refresh, so I'm doing 10 attempts a day, which has dropped my shards to around 3 or 4 on average, more closer to 3. So that's going to be a pain in the ass to finish off. I really wish I was done it. I guess I could be buying crystals or shards for crystals, but I don't want to be doing that because I'm not buying crystals anymore since I'm not spending money. And so everything's just a grind, a slow grind. My ships are actually pretty well developed. I don't have a lot of, like, I got all the reinforcement abilities. I got pretty much all done except for ones that I don't need, like Bistan's Ewing, Geonosian Soldier. Don't need that. It's always coming off the bench, or it's always on the starting lineup. I mean, could be coming off the bench and under the Malevolence, so maybe I should do that one. Can't really bring myself to spend 175,000 crystals or credits right now, though. And yeah, I know I got to get him to 13 for that fleet, but I don't want to. Maybe it'll be good enough at gear 12. So that is about it. What is coming up in events? We got, like I said, we got the Radis event back in 4 days. And then, if you guys hadn't noticed, this event, which starts on Monday, has the new gear. So it looks like they haven't announced it, but this is going to have an extra 2 tiers, just like the Forest Moon event for Ewoks. But if we look at my bounty hunters, my Imperial Troopers are definitely not going to be able to do the bonus tiers. If we look at my bounty hunters, only 1 relic. I was working on a little bit on Django and Boba Fett over this last 2 weeks, so I got both of their left sides done. And I had briefly contemplated taking Django and Boba to 13 before going back to the Resistance characters, but then I guess, I don't know if you want to call it like prudence or whatever, overtook me and said, no, focus, just stay your course on 1 Galactic Legend so that you can get that as soon as possible. So, but my bounty hunters, I doubt these guys maybe can pass the first bonus tier, but I kind of doubt it. If I think about how the droids did on the Forest Moon event, Relic 7, Grievous, and all my rest of my Relic droids, they themselves could beat the first bonus tier, but couldn't come close on the second tier. So we'll have to wait to see what the community finds out about what to do. I'm assuming it's going to require some remodding. And since they're all Gear 12, I know they were talking about it on the Jedi Academy this morning that Clash thinks Ambo is going to be very useful. Let's see what his Zeta is here. Can't be critically hit. I don't know if that's going to be useful. I don't want to drop his Zeta if I don't have to. And look at his mods. His mods suck. I rarely ever use Ambo. Rarely ever use him. A character that everyone loved, but nobody uses. Zam is actually one I would want to take up to Gear 13. My ideal bounty hunter lineup would be Django, Lead, Bosk, Boba Fett, Dengar, and Zam. I like that lineup. And hopefully eventually I can Gear 13 them and actually play them. So that is pretty much the state of my account, guys. Things are good. It's a little bit grindy. It's a little bit slow now, not spending money, but I'm picking away. My Grand Arena Championship, obviously, it's over. I don't think I can even look. I can look. So there you go. There's how I ended. Not great. 2800th in Division 1 in Rhodium. I lost 3 rounds. Didn't really go for a whole lot of the feats, and that's where I ended up. So I'm not too disappointed in that. I'll take it. I had fun. I did good. I only lost 3 rounds. I think that's pretty damn good. So, waiting for the next one. The next one should be GAC 5v5 and ships, which means, if I remember correctly, you're only going to need 7 defensive teams, which is going to make people's defenses harder. It should be the same the way I scout my opponents. I'm just going to peel off. I'm going to look at the last 3 rounds of GAC history, or 4, I guess, if they have all the 5v5 up, and then I'll just peel off the weakest team that my opponents usually set on defense, and then plan my board accordingly. Perhaps I should start making a video of me scouting opponents. I think I'll try to do that if I find the time. So stay tuned for that. So that's it, guys, for today. Hope you enjoyed this. This is what a 6 million account that has spent probably around $8,000 but doesn't spend any more. This is what it looks like. This is what the end game is for me. So until next time, guys, cheers. Catch you later. Bye-bye.